Welcome back to the Wiseworks Studio, and
woo! Woo! Oh, man. As you guys can probably tell from the title, this is our non-spoiler review for the movie Dune.
Dune just came out tonight. We just finished it.
Whew.
HBO Max. Give them a shout out.
Yeah, 2 hours and 30 minutes, 36 minutes.
Sick.
Whew.
Right off the bat, I want to spoil like a crap ton, but we can't.
I mean, if you've read the books, it's all spoiled. Everything in the books that happens in the movie, almost like scene for scene. There's some parts where I got a little bit lost, and I was like, okay, maybe this one wasn't in the book. But I mean, my first like initial reaction is, dang, this is close. Dang, this is like...
You said that during the movie. You said, I know everything that's going to go on because it's so close to the book.
It's so close. It's very good. They got down to some really good details.
Yeah. There's so much I want to say. Yeah. We can't say too much about it. I will say we are going to do a full spoiler review on the podcast channel. Yeah. So if you guys want to check that out, that'll come out in about a week or two. No, probably like 2 weeks. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
When we'll get it out. But
it'll
in a
be
couple
pretty
weeks,
soon.
We'll get it out. We're going to be talking about the whole movie, reviewing it, everything. But things we can talk about. The cinematography was good.
Beautiful.
If you were jokingly saying if we were going to say what Dune was in a word, what would it be?
In a word? For the cinematography?
Not
the music.
The music.
So it was a lot of like like desert sort of,
like Egyptian.
Yeah. Like what do they call those sort of tones? You know, just it's a lot of sort of like singing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of the music in the movie, but not the only music. There was a lot of music, and it was all very. And the reason they used that a lot for the desert scenes is because it's ethereal. There's a lot of ethereal music in this movie. A lot of really epic music for the epic scenes. But it makes you feel like sort of like you're supposed to feel reading the book. The book felt sort of ethereal.
Feels like somebody's watching you.
I don't know. I was trying to respond to that. The atmosphere was very good. It felt like the book, the psychology of the book.
It was very interesting and something like I've never seen before. I felt like it was going into it is going to be kind of that teenage, love story, like Divergent, Hunger Games, that teenage drama kind of love story. It wasn't really that.
No.
It was definitely different and something that we haven't seen. It kind of gave me a mix between Star Wars. What's the Tom Hardy thing?
A little bit of Mad Max.
Mad Max, Star Wars, and what was that other movie that you said in the middle? And like some random movie.
Yeah, that random movie.
So
Star Wars, Mad Max, that random one.
No, like Mad Max, Prince of Egypt.
Prince of Egypt? Yeah, it did. The movie was long.
Yes.
But it's only the first part of the first book. And a lot happens. I didn't expect them to get that much out of that part of the book. But
can I spoil one thing?
No,
that's not really
anything.
A spoiler, but it's a spoiler.
Yeah.
So
Jason
Momoa,
mild spoiler alert.
The beard in the movie.
Oh yeah.
I mean, long, short.
It changes.
I mean, it changes. If you like Jason Momoa with a beard,
he's truly.
If you like him clean shaven, this is your movie.
He's truly one of the greatest actors.
Yeah.
I mean, just his because simply the versatility of his beard. So as a first time, as a newcomer to the Dune story, you were asked. I was on the phone with my brother, who asked you,
Was it confusing?
Was it confusing? Did you have trouble following it?
For the most part, no. There was a few things with who was good, who was bad. Who does this? People who have read the books. There's what do they call them? The groups of people.
Like the fandom.
Yeah. No. Well, like the people who live on that planet. The people who are doing
the Fremen.
Yes.
So
all these
the Fremen,
people.
the Sardaukar.
Yeah.
The Atreides, the Harkonnens.
The groups of people that are in it. However many groups there is. The good guys, the bad guys, the kind of the people who already live there on the planet. It's hard to be like, okay, this part there from this there, and it's a little bit confusing in that regard, but the story is not confusing.
Yeah.
It makes sense. I understand the whole spice. I understand why they're doing this or why
they're on the planet.
Yeah, why they're on the planet, what's motivating them, what's the purpose of things. It made that very clear.
Yeah, we even talked about it. We paused the movie and I was explaining some things to Josh. And then we played the movie, and like 3 seconds after we played the movie, they explained the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So the movie does a very good job of explaining the story, which can be a little bit difficult. It was for me when I read the book, of keeping up with characters and motivations. There's a lot of characters in this movie.
What is your thought? Because I know you have a big thing about just having a character explain something really fast and just it doesn't fit with the story. They're just like, oh, this happened. Like weird exposition that's just thrown in there. This movie didn't feel bad to me. How'd you feel about it?
And that's one of the things I was looking for. I was specifically looking for those expositional moments where it's something specific and odd in the book, and movies often say it fast or they say it with no explanation, and especially you see in movies you mentioned like Divergent and Hunger Games, where in a movie they'll reference something from the book that nobody understands because they're using words that people in this culture use, and I didn't see too much of that. I didn't see any of that quick exposition.
Or like someone says, "Oh, I used to this," and they say something that wouldn't be in a normal conversation, but they only put it there for more exposition to the story. And this has a lot of backstory, so it seems like they would need a lot of, explaining what this is, what that is. It didn't feel too bad though. It was good.
Well, I mean, when you get a sentence like, he's born of the Bene Gesserit, might be the Kwisatz Haderach. When you get a sentence like that, nobody understands what that means unless you've read the book. But they explain very well what each of these terms mean, where everybody comes from, and sort of what the future's going to hold for these characters.
Yeah.
So,
it was pretty solid. What would you give it? 1 out of 10.
A 1 out of 10.
I would say, for me, not knowing the story, not read the book, haven't seen the old movie either. And that was a big thing when we did a review of the trailer. People said I should watch the old movie, which I did a little bit.
Yeah.
Not a lot. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched it here when you were watching it. And I would give it an 8 out of 10.
Ooh, very high.
An 8 out of 10.
Yeah. Honestly, it's an incomplete story. The first movie is an incomplete story. And knowing what's going to come next and hoping for how good it's going to be, I think I'm also going to give it an 8 because not out of spite. I'm not stealing those other two numbers out of spite, but because it's not yet complete, and I'm looking forward to giving the entire story, an 11 out of 10. Yeah. But I'm really looking forward to that next part. There's gonna be the cat milking scene. Yeah. We're gonna. The fans have been asking for the cat milking scene.
We're gonna get it. I only had one gripe with the movie, but I'm going to have to leave that for the podcast.
Oh, really?
So, the gripe that I have of the movie, you're going to have to figure that out and to hear me give my gripes on this movie. Yeah. And give my positives because I'm going to spoil it.
Yeah, on the full podcast episode, we'll be doing like we said, full spoiler review. And that's, I think, where we're going to go really in depth into the pros, the cons, everything.
Yep. But if you like this video and just us talking about this, we react to trailers, we do book reviews, things like that on this channel. Give this channel a subscribe and comment down below and like this video.
Yeah, tell us what you guys thought of the movie. And don't spoil it for other people just yet.
Yeah. So thanks for watching.